Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. It's the last live for this week, so you better ask me good questions. Hi, guys. I see all my regulars here, all the people who are doing the 60-day challenge. If you're not doing it, no problem. You're welcome to join, stay, be part of a discussion. Hi, guys. I'm excited to see you. Thank you for joining. We'll wait like a few more seconds and then we'll get going. I am well. I really appreciate your work. You know, for the first time in all these months that I've been doing this since end of April, I got an email from somebody not asking me a question, not asking me for advice, not asking me for anything, just an email saying, I just want to thank you. That's it. Like, you know, I've had major stuff happen to me as part of this, but this email is just to thank you. And I really like that. I was like, yeah, thank you. I'm very appreciative of all of you guys, and you know, you're the ones doing the work, right? I created a platform on which you can do the work, but you guys are the ones doing it, so you can pat yourself on the back, right? I had somebody email me and say, not email me, but message me here and say, I really want to do your challenge. I said, okay, just go ahead and do it. And then she's like, but I need to know, is it really worth the money? And I'm like, I'm the wrong person to ask, right? I'm the creator of this. You're asking me if it's worth the money. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't believe, you know, I really don't think that people think twice about spending $20 on a lipstick. The reason people don't want to buy a product that makes them do work, you know, a lipstick is like a quick way of gratification, right? But this is all about you doing the work, right? It's not enough to buy it and a magical thing will happen to you. You have to show up on the lives. You have to do the work with a group. You have to participate. You have to be part of the group, encourage other people. That's where you have to shift your energy. The work is the basis of you shifting your energy. That is the point, right? There's no other point to the work. Planting the seeds. Lots will happen. A lot of people had destructive experiences in this challenge, such as relationships that were crap relationships, just becoming intolerable and falling apart. I'm not sorry for that. I warned you guys. This is what's going to happen. A lot of the stuff that doesn't vibe anymore. Somebody lost their job also. This was maybe a month and a half ago. And I just got an update for them that they love their new job. You can't keep status quo and change your life. You can't keep everybody in your life and change your life. Somebody else said, I lost 2 really good friends of mine. And I don't know why they ghosted me. They ghosted you because you have a different energy and a different focus. That happened to me too, by the way. It happened to me. And you know, some things that happen during the 60-day challenge, you don't need to understand. If you're trying to understand them, you're just gonna spin in your mind, like in the loops, right, of 3D. Why did this happen? It doesn't matter. Everything is the unfolding of your manifestation. Once you set your 4 goals in the 4 areas of your life, everything that unfolds is towards your manifestation. Somebody wants to say goodbye to you, say goodbye. I tried to manifest, the results were so close. Any advice? Let's talk about a lottery. The lottery as part of the money manifestation. A lot of people have lottery wins, like the most I had was 5 out of 6 numbers one time. It was like an $8,000 win, something like that. Me personally. But we had somebody on the last live that had a 76,000 win, she said. I didn't hear from her on email. So I'd love testimonials, guys. If you guys watched my work or are doing the challenge, I'm not going to ask you for anything. I would just love the testimonial that you manifested a large sum of money doing this. I'd be really happy to know that you did. I'm on day 6, I believe, in the process. Yes. Okay. So we're doing the 60-day challenge. We're part of the Facebook group. The Facebook group has to do the challenge, okay? Because if you're part of the Facebook group, you have to affirm for the rest, just like I presented it in the challenge. If you're not affirming for the rest, you're just taking energy from the group. You know, that it's a problem. It's a problem. I mean, it's a problem for you. So don't do that, right? So if you're part of the Facebook group, it's implied you're doing the challenge and you're doing the affirmations for everybody in the group. I have to say on every lives about the scammer accounts that are posing, maybe as me, I don't know why some people are copying my content and putting it out there. This is my only account, and I will never contact you to offer you anything or to ask you for anything. So if you hear from me, unless you contacted me first, you should never hear from me. So it's not me, it's a scammer. Be wary of scammers in general. The challenge of this week is coins, an unusual coin. I'm saying coins because everybody in the Facebook group manifested tons of coins. Tons of coins. Okay? And there's what's happening to new members of our circle, of our group, is they are actually manifesting things that I put in the past as group challenges, which I didn't realize this would happen when I started this, and it's happening, and it's just so like it's really inspiring, right? Because it's the group energy. The group puts an intention as a group. We're all focusing on the same thing, and everybody who says I want to be part of this, all of a sudden it's unfolding in their reality. And the craziest one we had so far is somebody who joined just a few days ago, and she said, I manifested A, B, C, and D from the list. And I thought she's looking them up on the internet or something, or so I wanted to clarify. And I said, Queen, remember only counting 3D manifestations. How many of these manifestations were in 3D, not pictures and videos? And she said the horses, the turtles, the red rose, and the coins. And I would like to note, I haven't left the house since I started the challenge. Are you guys listening to this? The horses, the turtles, the red rose, and the coins all came in her experience, and she hasn't left the house. I love that. This goes to, maybe it's an answer for somebody who said to me, I don't think I'll see horses because I don't get out of the house. So I just, love that. You don't need to do anything. Once it's set, it's set. You don't need to try to manifest any of our group challenges. Okay? Yeah, it is incredible. I just joined, that was me, yes. What if there aren't coins in my country of currency? You're thinking of it too much. Once I set the challenge, you're trying to figure out the how. So you see, you have to catch yourself trying to figure out the how and let go of that. It doesn't matter if there are no coins in your country of coin currency in your country. It has nothing to do with anything. So we had a lot of coins. If you have more coins, you will. And by the way, it has to be unusual coins. It can be your country's currency anyways. So that doesn't even count. Dreams, we had a lot of dreams. Lots of dreams. Guys, you have to record your dreams in the 60-day challenge in the tab because they mean something. Somebody dreamt of their 3-digit code and then saw it 2 times as confirmation the same day. And it came in a dream. So, I just want to make sure you guys are paying attention to your dreams. And also a tip, a lot of my queens are coming to these conclusions themselves, is they're doing the challenge, and then on day 15, 16, they're feeling this shift. As they're feeling this shift, they're like, I want to restart the challenge because my goals that I put down aren't even my goals. If you have this inclination to restart the challenge, restart the challenge. But you have to delete everything you put in there, delete your goals, start it exactly the way, or I think you can even download it again. Download it again in its original state and do it again. This is normal. This is actually a sign that your energy is shifting. You're no longer vibrating with the stuff that you entered in there. You don't want to continue with this person, right? This is why in the challenge you do only 1 row at a time, because every day you wake up, you're new, you're different. So now Source, Spirit, is giving you a different instruction. Now your goal will be different, your affirmation will be different. You wake up day 3, it's yet still different from, day 1 and 2 and so on, right? Does anyone have any tips on how to manifest my dream life? Yes, number one, you have to know what your dream life is. If you can't write a 5-page journal entry on how today went in your dream life, you don't know what your dream life is, Queen. This is the problem. People don't actually know what their dream life is. They can't express it. They don't know for sure. If I asked you to write 5 pages on what you did today, you could, right? You could if you went in enough detail. I went here, I went there, and then I put my pants on, and then I was looking in my closet. You could find the sentences to write about today in 5 pages. Write about your dream life in 5 pages. Let's see. Most people can't even fill up like 2 pages. Challenge yourself, right? Challenge yourself to be like, do I know what my dream life is? When did you change and start talking about manifesting? Oh, if you are know me from my relationship account, I still have that account. This is a different account, King. How do you feel abundant if you've never had millions of dollars? How do you feel abundant? What does I have many videos on money, and they're grouped in my bio under manifest money, right? And they're all talking sort of about the same thing. Please go watch them. But the idea is you're right. You probably don't know the feeling of having millions of dollars, and it's hard to envision yourself with having millions of dollars because there's things that millionaires do and don't do that you do the opposite, right? Like you go to a grocery store and check the price of cherries before you buy cherries. Millionaires don't do that. Okay, you probably have mismatched jewelry in your drawer, and millionaires don't have that, right? If something breaks, they throw it away or they get it fixed if it's important or expensive enough. So this is like a process of really looking in your life and see, where do I act poor, right? Remember, the fear of poverty is its greatest power. It's the fear of poverty that keeps us or keeps people in poverty. It's like you're afraid it's here, you're afraid you can't overcome it, you're afraid that that's what's happening to 90% of the Earth's population, so you're constantly afraid. I have a job interview tomorrow. How can I manifest it easily? It's already yours if you want it. Go in with the attitude. A job interview is the first interview, okay, for any job. This is how I've always treated it. It's an interview to determine if you want them and them determining if they want you. Now, in this process, there are 2 interviews I went to in my career. One was when I was, very young and just out of university. And I knew for a fact I didn't want to go again. They called me for the second interview and I was like, no, I'm sorry, I determined it's not a company I want to work for. And they were like very surprised by this, right? Because everybody's like just wants to get the job. You don't know if you want a job. You're going there to interview them to see if it's a place where you see yourself going day after day. The second time it happened to me, I was already working for about 10 years at this point. Sorry, guys, don't call me. I don't take calls. And then, I went and the manager who interviewed me was just a very nasty man. And I just didn't want nothing to do with him. So I said, okay, well, after about 40 minutes of talking, I said, I'm sorry, but I have to be somewhere at like 6:30. And he was absolutely shocked. And I said, yeah, I'm sorry. He was like, I'm not done my questions. I'm sorry. I just like kind of have to cut this short. I was like, I used a nice tone and stuff. So remember, you're going to interview them as much as they're going to interview you. So this should relax you. You don't know if you want this job, right? You're very welcome. This was advice for everybody. When you go, it's the same when you go on a date. When you go, guys, have no expectation of the outcome because you don't know if you want the outcome. You're going on a date. Hang on a second. Maybe he's going to show you some super negative behavior that you don't want. Right? You don't know. You're going to determine. That's the idea. And even when you're dating a man, you're dating to observe if he's the one who can be a life partner for you, right? If you listen to my story on my own SP, it's exactly what happened, right? I dated to the point where I had determined the person that he was not going to make a good life partner for me. right? You're dating to observe. You're going to observe. You're going to, like, does this match my energy? Always ask. Stop pleasing. Stop people pleasing. Stop interview pleasing. Stop. You're going to determine if it's for you. You are at the center, not the job, not the SP. Don't stop putting things on the center, not the $1 million. It's you. You are at the center. Wait a second. Let me see. How do I feel in this energy, in this space with this person? And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, guys. It's you should totally be a matchmaker. I'm kind of a matchmaker as well. Yeah. On my relationship account, it turned out to be, I was trying to manifestation account. This was like way last year. And then it turned out to be into a relationship account. Most of my followers were men. And I miss that female energy, you know, around me. But in this process, I discovered there are a lot of good men out there who want, like, my advice to men is always protect, provide, prioritize, and you'll find the right woman. And I found a lot of men wanted to do exactly that. They just couldn't find somebody. I would love to hear your opinion on angel numbers. I'm not involved with any of that, you know, stuff like astrology, tarot, angel numbers, or anything like that. I'm all about focused consciousness towards a certain outcome, right? And it's like undoing layers of conditioning and belief in order to bring forward the natural mind, which I think the natural mind is able to instruct infinite intelligence. So there's, don't mistake this with the creator, okay? There's the creator, there's the technology in between us and the creator, which is the infinite intelligence or the formless substance. And then there's us. And if we're in the natural mind, we're able to imprint into this technology that God has created for us, whatever life we want. But because of the limiting beliefs, the cultural beliefs, and everything that's been piled, like relationship failures and all of these ideas we have about the world, we're not able to do that easily. This is why people ask me how long it's going to take me to manifest. That's totally up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to you. Have to do this process. In this process, you're going to uncover layers and layers of belief that will actually, some people are, I just even say, I can't believe it. Somebody wrote me once that I'm disgusted in myself, like in myself from 2 weeks ago. I just can't believe that, you know, I behaved that way. And I thought of myself so low that, you know, I would even pursue this person, or, you know, so as these things are just dropping from you, they're just dirt on you, you know, that's sort of how I see it. Do you do one-on-one help sessions? I do, but only for those who are doing my 60-day challenge. 60-day challenge is like $20. So just get that, do it, show me you're doing the work, and then I'll do the one-on-one. If you need it, guys, only if you need it. I want to get to talk about money, okay? And then I want you guys to understand one more important thing, okay? Because you're holding a belief based on willpower, okay? But willpower is no match for conviction. What we're doing in this program is we're changing your convictions about the way the world works. This is most important, right? This is why some people, they don't require any work to change their mind, right? And this is very obvious in the people who are converts to a certain religion, born again Christians. I talked about this before. It just takes a split second for them to understand that they're saved, and then they start behaving like a completely different person. So that in that example, you can see that it's possible for a person to choose a different version of them. This is exactly what you have to do in manifestation. You have to choose a different version of you. It's your conviction that manifests your reality. Okay, with willpower, you can only go that far. Somebody asked me a question, and I did a video today. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It was all about competing with other women, probably for men, because she was saying she notices so many more women are more beautiful than her, or what have you. And I basically reminded her and all of you, we never compete for anything. We create the same for the person who asked me about the job interview. We create opportunities for ourselves. And the job interview is one such opportunity. If it's not for you, you'll create another opportunity. When you rest in the faith that you're only bringing forward whatever it is you want or better, then you have no worries. You can't have any worries, get it? Because even if you go on a date and it doesn't work out, that's great. That means there's something much better out there for you, or a job, or, it doesn't really matter. You're never attached to the outcome. Only the best will come to you. Live in the end in other manifestations up to the date of a later manifestation. I'm not understanding that. I'm manifesting hard, but my hubby needs to help what we're trying to create or receive. Is he on the same wavelength as you? If he's not on the same wavelength as you in terms of this work, he's only a hindrance to this work. So only bring him in if you know for a fact he believes this. He believes you guys, your energy combined, because otherwise it's like two dissonant waves, right? You're waving this way, he's just canceling out the wave. Do not discuss this with people who don't understand it, who are not ready to hear it. Okay? Thinking big thoughts in small-minded circles is can be personally and socially dangerous. Mona, I'm finding myself wanting to just do the money affirmation. Of course, it's okay. What you're going to do with this challenge, because it's a worksheet, obviously you're going to have it forever. So don't rush into it. Ask intuition. If all you feel like doing is the money affirmation, print them, put them everywhere in your house, and just do that until spirit tells you do something else. Right? This is a question that uncovers a huge limiting belief. How do I manifest a lottery jackpot if many people are manifesting for it too? The limiting belief here is money is limited. And if other people have it, I can't have it. And if other people are earning more than me, that means there's less money in circulation to go around. If my company just gave a raise to somebody else, that means I can't get it. This is why it's not manifesting. The supply is infinite. It's absolutely infinite. You're noticing the wrong thing. Okay? If you want to win the lottery, remind yourself that the possibility of winning the lottery is 100% if you have a ticket. The possibility is 100%. Don't focus on the probability. It's 1 in a billion or what have you. The fact is there's a winner every day, and that can be you as much as it can be any other person. The possibility is 100%. What is discouraging? Chronic illness. Somebody wrote an email to me and basically said, how can I stay focused on the end when my son, I have to give him medication every day for a disease I'm hoping he can overcome, but I'm observing, right? Because I said in one of my lives, the reality that unfolds is the reality that you keep observing. Okay. And she's saying, if I give him the medication every day, how can I not observe that? And I told her, if you guys are in the circumstance where you have to do something for the time being in 3D, remind yourself that it's temporary. Okay. I'm doing this now. I'm taking this pill now. Oh, thank you. I'm taking this pill now for now, but circumstances do not matter, because I know for a fact that a year from now, 6 months from whatever is believable to you, I am completely, or my son is completely perfect. And then have an image associated with your son being completely perfect, running in the field, or whatever your chronic illness is, whoever asked me this question, okay? Whatever you can do now, you have an image of you doing. Oh, it really hurts in my hip. I know this is temporary. Circumstances do not matter. They don't matter. It's temporary. I know I'm running in that field. I see myself running like, I don't know how fast can people run, 20 miles an hour. I'm running 20 miles and I see it. I see this is temporary. It's just a circumstance I'm dealing with now. And it's not my reality. It's just something that's going on here now. Okay. Just be very dismissive of it. Take your pills, do whatever you need to do now. How to manifest getting pregnant with a healthy baby. Never assume your baby would not be healthy. Why would you even say that? you shall be pregnant with a perfect baby. Do you do hypnosis? No. I don't do anything except mindset. Can you talk about and energy work? I do energy work with group energy, which by the way, it's inspired from Dr. Joe Dispenza, because I've been to one of his seminars and that's where I gathered all this energetic influences. Can you talk about self-worth and self-esteem and how this helps to manifest anything? Yeah. So self-worth and self-esteem is the number one. I mean, we always manifest, right? You manifest from whatever level of self-worth you're at now. So whatever level you're at now, that's the life that's manifesting for you, right? If you're that girl that always gets cheated on, you always get cheated on, right? It's only a matter of time until it happens again. So it's not your ability to manifest that's affected by your self-worth. It's what you manifest that changes. Your ability remains the same. We have the same ability and we always manifest. You need to really drill this concept in your head, okay? Because if you think you're only manifesting good things, no, you're manifesting everything. You have to take responsibility for whatever it is around you, right? There's power and responsibility in this. If you don't, you can't just be like, oh, I need to be in the 20 minutes in order to manifest. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. What happens when you do this work? It's also all your energy system is going to clear, okay? And it's the field around you that's going to magnetize differently. And that magnetization that's different than before, it's magnetized now too, it's just magnetized on the negative, will attract different things. That's how it works. So back to self-worth, because a lot of the people doing this work are doing it for DSP, are peeling layers. That I get emails that are really, they hurt me as a woman. They hurt me when I read the stories, and I was maybe blessed that I've always kind of had a high sense of self-worth. My limiting beliefs around love were different. But when I see women who say, he made me feel worthless and he ghosted me and he used me, and, I just know that before they can even manifest anything from that point, they can't. Like, I know they can't. I don't necessarily say that, but there's a lot of inner work that needs to happen. And I'm telling you guys, what happens if you meet somebody and without knowing them as a woman, you give yourself to them, right? You know what I'm talking about? If you can do it with no expectation and just for the physical pleasure, God bless you, okay? Do it. But if you do it hoping it works, if you do it, cross your finger, hope it works, hope he's going to call you the next day, hope he's going to treat you well, hope he's going to ask you out, then you're damaging yourself, right? You're damaging yourself because when he doesn't, he's taking away a piece of your self-worth, right? You went in there and gave him your best. Get it? And when you gave him your best, he ghosted you. So now what can you think about your best? It's not good enough. It's not good enough. So don't take that route. The easiest way to protect your energy system, especially if you're doing this work, you cannot gamble with your heart and your energy system. You cannot place your bet and hope it works. Hope the next day he's going to ask you out. Hope he's not seeing other people. No. You need to sit back and observe him over a period of time. It should be like 2 months minimum, right? Again, if you can do it for the physical pleasure with no expectation, I have no judgment. Do it. But that's not, when women come to me, that's not what's happened. They're not coming to me to tell me I had like 10 great lovers. They're like, I'm really hurt because I've had 3 relationships and they all ghosted me, and why? Why am I not good enough for them? And then they walking around in the street, because there's other women more beautiful than me. That's not why. Right? That's not why. Let's move to the positive. I have a nice testimonial here. I don't know if the screen is on the live, but anyways, I never identify anyone. I hope I have it. Maybe I don't have it. Oh no. I don't think I have it. It's maybe on my other phone. Oh, I have it. I'm halfway. Good morning, Mona. I'm halfway through the challenge. And she's another one that says she has to start from the beginning. Anyways, during the first few days, a lot of movements began to appear for me. SP texted me. The first message was, are you in a certain city that I don't want to say? And that wasn't what I wanted. So I left it unanswered. Hello. If he texts you, hey, what's up? What are you doing? Are you, in New York City? Are you, you're not responding to that because that's not what you want. Okay. That's not good enough from an SP. I know her SP is somebody who, it's an ex. Later, he wrote asking how I was doing, mentioning that we must meet when he returned to the city. Okay. So basically they get the hint. When you don't answer to, hey, are you around? They get the hint. You just don't answer, which is what I advise everybody for the WYD or whatever else we were talking in the other life. You don't answer to that. Okay. So he texted her this. She didn't answer. But this is what's happening to her a few days into the challenge. An old friend of mine invited me to a yacht event at the seaside where I met someone new. It just clicked right away. I talked all evening. We have a lot in common. We visited the same countries. We both love Asia. We both love Dubai. He even has an apartment there. He's an international entrepreneur and blah, blah, blah. She keeps telling me some stuff I don't want to say. It's great for me that he's aware of what he says, that he doesn't complain about anything, doesn't assume black and white scenarios. We've been seeing each other ever since and talking every day. He treats me like a princess, like she's writing about. He invests huge amounts of money into the dates, but I'm not ready for intimacy yet. I want to make sure he respects that and doesn't force anything. Seems like her mind got right from the guy who says, hey, are you around in New York City? And later, I must see you. To a guy who seems to be able to talk about the things she invests in her and everything. Guys, I want you to do this challenge. The reason I read that, I want you to do this challenge with an open mind because so many of you are manifesting your SP. Her SP, when your SP writes WYD and you go to an event and you meet a man who invests in the dates and treats you like a princess and is willing to wait for intimacy, think maybe the universe has something else in store for you. Okay? Don't insist. Go with the flow. Go with the flow of, that's why I say, guys, always manifest the end result. Okay. You don't want your SP. You probably want marriage and happiness in a family life or children or just somebody who loves you and is there every day. So that is the end result. Do not say, I want John Smith. I want John Smith. John Smith, what was that like last year on TikTok, the honey trend where you dip your finger in honey and you make a cross on your tongue and then you say his name, 5 times and then you can't get rid of him. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's crazy. Can you please talk more about partners that don't understand the work? Do not talk to them about the work. This work is deeply personal. It's deeply personal. You don't need to share the work with anybody. Just tell them I'm doing some journaling, some scripting, You don't, because this work can only be experienced subjectively from your own individual vibration and life experience. Your partner, no matter how much you love them or you're intertwined with them, they're not you. They haven't had the same childhood as you, same experiences as you. Right? So unless you guys are doing something together, like sexual ritual together, where this is very powerful, okay? If you're doing that, make sure he's in the same mindset. If you guys don't know what that is, how much does your fiance know about the work? He doesn't believe in it. He knows like that, I'm doing this manifestation account and stuff, but I don't think he watches any of my stuff. I don't think so. Like he's in banking. He's not, this work is deeply personal to me. It's when I share it with you guys and the friendships that I've created here, it's you create a tribe that vibrates with you. He's different. It's my family, right? I don't need my mother to be into this for me to love her. So no, I think like this work is personal. That's cool. Yeah. Don't drag your partners into this, guys. You know, just kind of like, you know, when it happens and it happens to them and they don't know about this work, like to me, I'm still blown away by the ring, right? Like it's the same ring. It's not a different ring than what I put on my vision board, guys. It's like, how is that possible, right? Like all my friends who have rings, you know, in the last few years when they got married, they all have like square rings because that's what's popular now. Mine wasn't even like, it still blows my mind. I don't know if people believe me or not, or they think I showed it to him. I said, do this, buy me a ring. I didn't do any of that. It's just so for me internally, you know, when I know I didn't share the work and then, you know, I get this mirrored back to me. It's a beautiful thing. Let me see what's going on. Can I see your ring? What are we? I lost the track here. That's 1 in 10,000 chance. Oh, your username. What are we talking about? You matched with okay, my SP was always fascinated to hear about what I was learning, but not enough to go deep himself. Yeah, so you see what happens with this, Ashley, is just it becomes trivial and it becomes conversation. And there's deep experiences that you're living inside of you, okay? Because he's not going deep, he's not doing the same thing. It just becomes to him conversation. It's almost like diminishing the work. That's what I'm saying. Like, unless you have a partner that's going to go deep with you, you guys going to meditate to the same rhythm and the same thing, doing the breath work, doing the sexual energy exchange, you know, coming into coherence that way, then I don't see the reason to talk about any of this with them. If my husband's words and thoughts about the work doesn't affect me, that doesn't affect my progress, it will affect you. There's no way your circle that's close to you, what they say and do will not affect you. There's no way. This is why even in the process of doing this work, some people just drop out of your life, or the universe removes them, or they just ghost you because they're the ones sensing your energy. We all intertwined, we're all like affecting each other's energy field, right? Especially if you're in physical proximity, even if you're not. If you have the same line of thought, like when we're affirming the same affirmations in this group, it counts. Right? This is why we're able to, you know, all the new people who join who don't even know the previous challenges are getting all the previous challenges like this. No, convincing me we weren't soulmates, but I think we have many soulmates. If something happens and to you, it's not a coincidence, like what Ashley's talking about, she has the same number username as another person. Okay. The interpretation that you give to that event, it's always that it has meaning, but the meaning you're to uncover. You are to uncover. Okay. So the meaning, I don't want to disappoint you, Ashley, because I don't know if this is applicable to you, but for all coincidences, there's no coincidences. For all coincidences, there's a lesson and a meaning in it. Okay. And it might be that you need to learn something through a negative experience, right? Through a heartbreak, but remember, you're always able to choose to go against the karma. Okay, this is like a very deep conversation, right? Because it's the conversation we had before where all the thoughts will eventually unfold, but we're trying to delay the negative ones to outside of your lifetime if it's possible, but they can never be canceled. Okay, people want to do money. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you guys, you got to script. And if you don't script, this is how I use the 60-day challenge. So you do your 4 entries And then based on those 4 entries, you should be able to tell a story. Now you can say it in your head, but it's better if you write it down, right? So if your entries are, I got 4 new clients today and I weigh 120 pounds and every man I date loves me, then have a story around that having happened in the day that you're making the entry. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're having sloppy handwriting. It's scripting, okay? It's scripting time. Scripting time. It's one. Scripting, yeah. Yeah. Who else? Who else? Who else? Another one. Another one. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. You're gonna have a good life if you do the work. I promise you that. You gotta do the work. Okay, so what I talked about in the money thing, in the money video that I've done is this. You have to, everybody who's doing this work has to do this exercise. Who's done it already? Who's done it already? Meanwhile, while I'm waiting for the answer from my video where I asked everybody to do it and I asked on Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna answer, do you throw away your old books? It depends how old they are. This, I have 3, I think, or this is my 4th one. So I have like, in the last 2 years, this would be my 4th one. Okay, and though these are the only ones I have. All the ones from before I have burned. It is good to burn the person that you no longer identify with. That person had different wishes and different, and I got a lot of the stuff that I scripted about. Including something very specific stuff. Like I asked one time to be published in a certain business magazine that I've never been published in before. And I got like 4 articles in that year. But it just wasn't vibing with the me now. All of these ones that I keep now, I can still open them and read some entry and it still vibrates with the person that I am now. Does that make sense? All right. You read fast. I have. Okay. So you're going to do 2 columns. No, don't throw away your old journals, burn them. You're going to do 2 columns, okay? And this columns will be, the first column will be childhood observation of money. You're not even going to call it my money limiting beliefs, because that's ascribing it to you. You're just going to call it childhood observation of money. What you've observed, your grandparents, your parents, the way they treated money. And you're going to go back into that mind of you being a child. Just ask yourself, how they treat money when you went to the store. Did you see paper money around the house? Did they budget? Did they put it? I remember my grandfather had a book with sort of like every month he had, this expense. He would put, the 100 in that, in between those pages, and then 200 in between next pages for a different expense. So I remember money being budgeted very, very carefully. Right? This is just an observation. He wasn't even trying to teach me anything. It's just an observation. So right away, I'm like, okay, there's a certain amount of money and it needs to be put aside because some expenses are coming and you don't have access to all this money that you're earning or that's coming to you because it needs to go into that book, So let's see. Childhood observation of money. Money. Here's what I had for me. Okay. See how many of these apply to you. It comes month to month, must be carefully budgeted. You don't know if each month you'll have enough to cover expenses. You must get paid by the hour. It's never enough. Even when there is extra, the extra is never a large amount. Depending on others for money. Must work for someone else. Must manipulate other people to get money. Never ask for money. That's just beneath our dignity. Only worth certain amount based on experience. Can't figure out how to make money without a job. A large sum of money is unsafe to get. This is a very ingrained belief in me. A large sum of money is very unsafe. All money will eventually run out. And in order to get a large income, you have to slave away. Maybe you made a tick for every one of these that applies to you. Can't figure out without job. Yeah. So let's flip these. Okay. It comes month to month it comes every day in increasing quantities. Must be carefully budgeted. Can be spent easily knowing that more will come. Don't know if each month we will have enough. Absolutely certain we are always provided for with more than enough money, irrespective if the expenses increase. Getting paid by the hour becomes getting paid for results, or just getting paid all the time. Never enough becomes plenty. Even when extra, the extra is never a large amount. Unexpected money comes in large quantities. Depending on others for money becomes able to produce flowing money just by doing what we love. Must work for someone else becomes work for yourself and work for what you love. Must manipulate to get money becomes clients love your work and find value in you. Never ask for money becomes ask and demand, but from the source. Always and often ask and demand from the source. Remember, the way you get money now, that's not your source of money. That's just a vehicle through which money comes. Your job, your husband, your parents, whoever else gives you money. That's a vehicle. You're asking constantly ask for money and demand money from the source. Only worth certain amount based on experience becomes worth large amounts based on your value. You're worth large amounts based on your value. Can't figure out how to make money without a job becomes more money comes without jobs. Okay, money figure out how to be with me. Okay, you're observing the people who make the most amount of money actually don't have jobs. Not that they don't work hard, they just don't have jobs to manifest those large amounts of money. A large sum of money is unsafe to get. This is what I'm working on even currently. A large sum of money is desirable and increases safety. See, I already know as I'm reading that I'm having trouble believing it. Right? Like everything else I made peace with and all is well, but I haven't made peace with a large sum of money being safe. All money will eventually run out becomes money multiplies itself. And in order to get a large income, you have to slave away. A large income is granted by the value and not by your time slaving away. Okay. This second column, by the way, which you're going to take each one from the first and put into the second, is called the truth about money. Yeah. Yeah. I'm honest that way. Okay. So now I want to see if I have any questions on this, because I want to read over you the new story about money. I want you to close your eyes. But before I do that, I just want to make sure. I was shamed for asking for what I wanted. I persisted and got it anyways. Yeah, exactly. Do you reread the book entries or not? I do. Yeah, and sometimes I open my book, but remember, these are books that still vibe with me. I open the book and whatever page I land on, I know that that's the affirmation. Like when I don't feel like scripting that day, I would open like an old book, okay, at any page. Okay. And I am irresistible and irreplaceable. My presence is so addictive and my life is so inviting. Huh? You like that? Right? It's like whatever needs to speak to you in that moment. Make sure it's all about the life that you know is yours. Your real life, okay? When I say your real life, what is real? It's not the circumstances. Remember, we're flipping on what is real. This is real. If I run into a circumstance that's a bit different, that's just temporary. That's not real. Get it? If you meet a man on a date that doesn't make you feel very good, that's just like a blip. Like it doesn't have anything to do with real. You understand what I'm saying? Let's see. I just want to make sure before I read it. Please tell me how to deal with jealous people at work. Why do you think they're jealous of you? Everybody is happy for you and everybody loves you. Why would anybody feel jealous of you? You know, guys, I don't know if anyone's jealous of me, honestly, because it just never occurs to me. It's not, now that I think of it, some people must be, but it's just not something that's on my mind ever. You can't focus on what you don't want. You can't. The moment it pops in your mind, you're saying, that's not my thought form. I'm misreading this. They really love me. They're not. I'm misunderstanding what's happening here. Is there any other question I have to take up before? Yeah. Yeah, it's a complete reframe. You're not even noticing what you don't want. You're not noticing what you don't want. What do you think about frequency music guided meditation subliminal? I think on this path you're going to be bombarded with a lot of things. And I think whatever you're doing, it has to be consistent, right? It has to be like, if you're doing scripting, somebody else asks, how often do you script? You do it consistently. Like, okay, I don't do it every day, but I do it 5 days a week. You know, if you're listening to frequency music, don't listen to one and expect to be healed. Just listen to it, believing that it will work. But to me, the one thing that works is changing the way you think about yourself and doing the work every day to reframe your mind. Everything that reframes your mind and doesn't just provide an immediate gratification, an immediate release. Like some people go into the meditation just for the pleasure of it. But then when they get out of it after the 20 minutes, you know, they still swear in traffic. They still, they still talk about how people at work are jealous of them. They still do all these things, right? So the meditation is really, it's not really for growth. It's a pleasure, right? It's like having sex or having an ice cream. It's just like a pleasure for the mind. So me, I'm all about discipline, right? I come on my lives at the same time when I say I am. I write because I know this is what I should do rather than sit in bed and watch the Kardashians. You really have to stay focused on one thing. Now, I'm not saying you can't do, you know, massage and a frequency, but just don't expect that is going to fix you. That's all. Let's see. Reaction, zero reaction. How do you stop your partner from affecting you? You said, so first of all, do not stop sharing with him what you're doing. Okay, I think we talked about this. And if you're asking how to stop him from affecting you, it means he is affecting you. You have to keep doing what you're doing until everything falls away and falls into place. That's how you have to look at this. It's like a tank. It's just going. Things are going to be fired at it. Okay. It's just, you're just going. You're going. You're going to insist. You're going to persist. Okay. You're like, I always get what I want or better. I want to this interview. What? I didn't get it. Oh my God. My dream job is like 2 days away. It's 2 days. I didn't even want this, guys. Anyways, you just keep going. Keep going. Don't be like, this stuff doesn't work. No, it works. It's testing you. Listen to my SP story to see the kind of tests I was put through. It's testing you and your conviction of how much you want what you want. You know what I love about my lives? Like a lot of you are just talking to each other and during the live, and it's so cool, you know, like this community that we have. And, you know, even if you're not part of the Facebook group, I find a lot of people who are with me on this work, they're helping other people. And that's amazing. I find it, thank you. And it comes natural, I'm sure. Like you just want to give somebody a pointer or some help. Okay. So I'm going to read the money thing over you. Then we're going to do the 369. And then I'm going to be back on Monday at 12 o'clock. So I'm on Mondays, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. I just want to see what I have set a date a year from now for a manifestation. Can I manifest others and shift focus until then? Is this about a man? Let's pick this up on the next live. Irina, right? All right. Close your eyes, whoever wants to participate. If you don't want to participate, this is the end of the live. So I'm going to read the money thing over you. And then I am going to do the 369 tapping for I am a winner this weekend. Best of luck to everybody on the lottery. I know I'm going to have a few stories. I demand a few winning stories. If you win anything, not $5, but if you win anything like over $20, write to me about it. Okay? Because it's inspiring for other people. Let's get ready. Close your eyes. The new money story is this. Money comes to me every day in increasing quantities. I can feel good about spending money, knowing more will come. I am absolutely certain that I am always provided for with more than enough money to cover my expenses, no matter if the expenses increase. I get paid for value and results, and I get paid all the time. There's plenty of money all of the time, especially unexpected money, which comes in large quantity. I am able to produce money to flow to me just by existing. I work because I love it. Everybody loves my work and always gets results. Hence, money is attracted to me based on my value to bring up other people's value. I ask and demand money from the source, and the supply is infinite. I ask based on my worth, which is also infinite. Money comes without a job, and money figures out a way to find me. All large income is granted by large value. Money multiplies itself. A large sum of money is desirable and safe. Can open your eyes. Let's put our hands together for 369. I am a winner tapping. I am a winner. 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 I am a winner.